Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is a nice gloomy, cloudy, rainy day in San Francisco. Couldn't think of a better way to spend it than getting in a cozy sweater and chatting through some of my favorite products of 2019 with all of you. So I hope you guys are ready. Please grab a snack, grab a drink, grab a nice cup of tea. I have over 40 products that I wanted to go through with you guys, but these are just products that I have used religiously in 2019. A lot of this stuff is stuff that I use every day, that I pulled out of my makeup bag, something that I use in my hair every day. So I just wanted to walk through some of my favorite products with you while you're maybe doing some last minute Christmas shopping. So first I thought I would jump in with some of my makeup products, and I'll try to go in the order that I put it on my face so it's kind of easy to follow along. So for foundation, this is not just my favorite product for 2019. I have been using this for the past couple years. This is the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer, and it has SPF 30 in it. And I really enjoy this because I am somebody that has dry skin, and this moisturizes, gives you a radiant glow, and I love that it has SPF in it because I do like to layer SPF during the day. I have it in my moisturizer and I love that it's in here, but this is a very sheer to medium coverage, and I just really enjoy it because it evens out my skin tone. It still lets my like freckles and all that shine and doesn't make it look like I have a ton of foundation on. So I have two here because I have one that's a little bit darker and one's a little bit lighter for the winter and summer. If you're looking for a nice light to medium coverage, I highly recommend giving this a try. And if you're a little bit more oily complexion person, they do have a matte version of this as well. And if you're feeling like you need a little bit more coverage than the tinted moisturizer, then I have been using the Milk Makeup. It's a stick foundation, and this is the Flex Foundation in light medium. But I really enjoy this because it's probably more medium coverage, and I like to be able to just kind of like randomly mark my face with it and then use a brush to blend it in. It blends really nicely, nice coverage, and I'm enjoying this a lot. For concealer, I have been using the SMASHBOX Studio Skin Flawless 24-Hour Concealer, and this is just very lovely. It's not too heavy like a Tarte Shape Tape. I feel like that a Tarte Shape Tape, a lot of people like it, but coverage is a little bit too heavy for me and it's harder to blend out. And this one is a good in-between. This one's lighter than that and it just blends really nicely. So I've been using this. This one is a little bit lighter, so I like to use it under my eyes to brighten the under eye, but I also have one in a little bit of a darker color that is more true to skin tone in case I have like some flaws or some pimples or something like that that I want to cover up, but have been really enjoying this. Moving on to some bronzers. I have a lot of favorite bronzers. I have two that I wanted to talk to you about if you're looking for a cream stick bronzer. So this is really great for if you're wanting to do a little bit of contouring. And so this one is the Clinique Chubby Stick. And again, I will be sure to link all this stuff below with prices and everything. This Clinique Chubby Stick is in Curvious Clove, and this one is the Milk Matte Bronzer, and they both are very, very lovely. They both blend very nicely, but just sometimes depending on if I'm going for a little bit more of a dramatic look, I go for the darker one, and if this one is more true to my skin tone and a little bit lighter in color. So just kind of depends on what you're looking for. And if you're in the market for a powder bronzer, two favorites, and one is the more luxury brands, a little bit more pricey, and this one is one that you could find for a pretty good deal in CVS or Target and things like that. But they both are very nice colors. This is the Marc Jacobs bronzer in Tan-tastic Omega Bronze, and the pan is huge. So the pan is 25 grams or 0.8 ounces. And this one is going to be a little bit on the pricier side. I feel like I've used this every day and I've barely made a dent in the pan. And this one is the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. Again, a really, really nice color. This one is in deep bronze, but they have different shades in this as well, and it's a little bit more affordable. But both of them are great, and both of them are easy to blend as well. So a lot of times if I'm going in with the cream bronzer, I set with the powder bronzer. But of course you could use one or the other. You could just do the powder bronzer, or you could do the stick cream bronzer, whatever is your preference. Moving on to some setting powders. So I have a loose one to chat with you guys about, and also a pressed one. So this pressed powder is from It Cosmetics. It's the Bye Bye Pores Pressed in Translucent. I like this one, and I find myself traveling with this one a lot because I don't want to deal with a loose powder when I am traveling. But this one has definitely been loved, and I think this is probably my third one of these. I feel like it just is a really nice finishing powder, hides the pores, and just gives me a nice kind of airbrushed look. And this is in translucent, so this will just go on clear and works for any skin tone, but nice way to top any of the foundations and cream products. It takes away some of that shine. And this is the Milk Makeup Blur and Set Matte Loose Setting Powder. And this one comes in a couple colors. It's like light, medium, and dark, I believe, and I think this is the translucent medium. But this one is very lovely. I have been using this at home because it's a little bit messier because it is a loose powder, but this one definitely makes you look nice and airbrushed. I recently did my sister's makeup for our family pictures for the holidays, and she's like, oh my gosh, my skin looks flawless. And I think a lot of it has to do with this setting powder that just blurs everything in just the right way. You guys, ambient lighting powders, I really cannot say enough great things about it. This one is the Ambient Lighting Edit Ghost Unlocked. It is a palette that has 2 finishing powders, 2 blushes, a highlighter, and a bronzer. There is something about these powders that just make you look so alive. It gives you the right amount of glow, the right amount of airbrushed, and just I get so many compliments from my skin, and I honestly think, like, of course having good skincare routine and all that is really important, but you know, makeup helps a lot too. I cannot say enough about these ambient lighting powders. If you don't want to spring for these palettes, they are a little bit pricey, but Hourglass does sell all of these individually too, like the setting powders and blushes and bronzers and things like that. So if you're just looking for one thing to try out, highly recommend trying the ambient lighting powders. They just do something to your skin that is gorgeous. So please give those a try if you haven't already. And then I also am really enjoying the Glossier Cloud Paint. So this is kind of like a liquid blush situation. A little bit goes a long way. So you just seriously just squeeze a little tiny bit out, dab it on your finger, and then use your fingers to pat the blush, but gives you a nice glow. And then I also am really liking popping a little of this for like a lip stain as well, and I top it with some gloss. But I am currently really loving this color Storm. It's like a plummy color, really great for like the fall and winter months. So really enjoying this, and I love that you can just easily pop it on your cheek, pop some on your lips for a little bit of a glow or a little bit of color. Moving on to some of my favorite eyeshadow products. So this one is the Natasha Denona Camel Palette. I have used this on my friend for her wedding day. It's just such a lovely palette that works on everyone for every day, for something more fancy like a wedding. You can really do a lot with this. But Natasha Denona, if you haven't tried her eyeshadows yet, they're just so lovely. They blend really, really well. The color payoff is great. And if you're kind of just looking for a great beginner palette that's easy to travel with, easy to keep in your makeup bag, highly recommend giving this one a shot because it is a really great everyday colors that are easy to use, and they're just so lovely and perfectly situated in this 5-pan little palette. And moving on to this lovely Tati Beauty palette, I recently did a video on this I did a look and some swatches, but this has quickly moved up to being my favorite makeup palette. But she is a makeup genius, but it is a great eyeshadow palette. The only thing is that, you know, it's quite heavy because of the large mirror, good quality mirror. And so this isn't going to be one that you're going to be able to easily travel with like the Natasha Denona one. But this one is really great to keep, you know, in your bathroom or on your vanity. And this is the Textured Neutrals Palette Volume 1. It comes in 6 different shades with 4 different textures. So you could really do a lot of fun looks with this. Really, this palette just blends like all beginners can blend this palette, and so fun and so many looks that you can create with this. I believe currently she is sold out on her website, but she said that this is not a limited edition item. She will be restocking as soon as she can. So I will link this below, but highly recommend you check it out if you're looking for something like this. And another video, in case you haven't checked out already, was I did a quick smoky eye tutorial, but I followed Nikki Makeup's smoky eye tutorial and fell in love. I want to buy so many more of these, but I must restrain. It's the holiday season. I spent a ton of money on Christmas presents and I need to stop buying presents for myself. But these are the Laura Mercier Caviar Sticks. These are so great. Lately, I have just been using this on my eyes. So you just kind of easily just draw this into the lid and then either use your finger or a brush to just blend out, and it's like the fastest smoky eye, blending out the edges with a little bit of bronzer. This is so nice, very easy to use for a quick smoky eye, blends really easily, and I don't know, I just am really enjoying this. So if you're kind of a more cream stick eyeshadow person, I recommend giving this a try. This is in the color Cocoa, but they have a ton of color ranges, so definitely check them out. And like I mentioned, I actually have been really liking using either one of these bronzers to use on my eyes as well. So today I have a little bit of bronzer on my eyelids and that's it. I just pop a little bit of bronzer onto my lids and in my crease, and I feel like it just adds a little something, but like nothing too crazy. So another little tip there. All right, so moving on to brows. You guys know I am a brow girl. I love me some thick, bushy looking brows. So I just wanted to walk through some of these items with you guys. So I also have a video on how to achieve some bushy looking brows, so please be sure to check that out. But I first fill in my brows with a MAC eyeshadow. So just wanted to show you, this one is pretty much spent. There's a little bit on the edges still that I'm still digging out, and nothing goes to waste. But this is the MAC eyeshadow in the color Espresso Matte. But first I draw in like from here to the ends with the MAC eyeshadow. I have a backup ready as soon as I am ready to move on from this one. And then to kind of create this fluffy look in the front and throughout, you could use just a thin slanted brush and go right into the eyeshadow to kind of just draw in those faux eyebrow hairs. But I recently discovered, which has quickly become one of my favorite brow products, is the Brow Flick from Glossier. I use the color Brown. It is a felt tip marker, and I have just been going in and drawing in faux brow hairs to give the illusion that mine are even fluffier than they already are. All right, and then so after I use the MAC eyeshadow to fill in the brows, the brow flick to draw in those faux brow hairs. Then I finish with a brow gel. So I have two favorites. One is the Milk Makeup and then the Boy Brow from Glossier. I feel like the Boy Brow is a little bit more on the waxy side, and so it does a really good job adding additional fibers onto the brow and then having them stand up and look fluffy. Whereas if you have lighter brows or not as thick, the Milk Makeup one I feel like is more on the wet side of things, so less waxy, but it adds a lot of color and fibers to the brows as well. But if you're kind of going for the look where you just really want your natural brow hairs to kind of stand and go where you're directing them to, I would go with the Boy Brow. But if you want something where you're adding also color and texture into the brow, then I would recommend using or trying out the Milk Makeup Brow Gel. But both really awesome products. My absolute favorite mascara, I've tried a ton of mascaras, but I keep going back to this one. This is probably like my 8th one. This is the Voluminous Lash Paradise by L'Oreal, and I like to use the waterproof one. I think this one is a dupe for Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. It seriously looks very similar in color and packaging, but this one is just great. I barely have any lashes, but this one doesn't really weigh my lashes down. It is easy to build upon, so I could add a couple layers without getting chunky or anything like that. But I keep going back to this one. Again, this is probably, I've lost count, but this is probably like my 8th one. So if you're looking for a mascara, highly recommend giving this one a try, and it's pretty affordable. I get mine from CVS or Target. Moving on to my favorite false lashes that I wear pretty much every day. I will link the video that I have on these in the description box below, but love my Duo eyelash glue in the dark tone because it dries and it looks like black eyeliner, and love these baby lashes in the Princess 003. These ones are pretty much the only ones that I wear, so I will be sure to link these for you guys. One more eye product. This is one that I've been using a lot. This is the Roller Eye Bright Pencil by Benefit, but it is a really nice, easy to put on eyeliner that I like to put in the waterline, but it's just kind of like a really nice eye brightening. I am wearing it right now, but just makes my eyes feel more awake and wider, and I really like how it looks. A couple lip products I would love to move to are my absolute favorite lip glosses. This is the Dior Lip Maximizer. It has active collagen in it, and so it's like a natural lip plumper, but it doesn't really give you that like tingly burning sensation that a lot of lip plumpers have. This one just kind of feels a little bit like minty fresh on your lips. I've been using this a lot. This one I'm almost done with. This is probably, I have a backup, but this is probably like my 5th tube, and I've also tried it in other colors. This one is their 001 pink color. It's just a nice pinky glow. I am wearing that mixed with this lip gloss that I will talk to you guys about next, so highly recommend giving this lip gloss a try. Just in the past couple months, I have recently rediscovered the MAC lip glass. This is in the color Dangerous Curves, but I just have these two mixed together and layered. A nice little nude gloss. The lip gloss, when it first came out, was so sticky and I hated the formula. Recently gave the lip gloss a try. It is very comfortable, not too sticky at all, very long lasting, and nice colors. So give this a try if you're looking for a colored gloss. Moving on to some of my favorite colored lipsticks, I've been really enjoying the KKW Beauty. This is the 04 Nude. They're very comfortable, moisturizing, goes on really easily, and I absolutely love her packaging. I just think they're so cute. So if you're in the market for some lipsticks, I recommend giving that a try. And I'm really enjoying this YSL. It's kind of like a liquid lip that just feels so light and comfortable, does not dry out the lip. It's almost more of like a lip stain. These are called the, I'm gonna butcher this name, it's the Tatouage Couture Matte Stain. This is the color number 9. I will link this one below, but a really nice holiday brick red. And it just paints on really nicely, and it's just a liquid lip that stays on forever, but not like drying and crunchy and like doesn't peel off like a lot of other liquid lips. So amazing, love it. Then moving on to some skincare and some hair products. This one, again, you could see that I love it. I already have a backup going. This is the Algenist Genius Liquid Lip Collagen. Think of this like a serum for your lips. I really do feel like it has worked. It actually slowly plumps and kind of fills in the fine lines in your lips, so your lips just appear more plump. There has been a wrinkle in my lip that I've noticed that was there, that was very deep, and ever since I started using this, that line has filled and has been less noticeable. This is probably my 4th tube, and I absolutely adore it. What I do is I put this on first, let it dry for a little bit, and then I top it with a lip sleeping mask that is just a really moisturizing sleeping mask. One of my favorites right now is the Innisfree Lip Sleeping Pack with Canola Honey. I keep this by my bed, and I am nearly halfway done with this. My favorite serum right now is the Trader Joe's Hyaluronic Moisture Boost Serum. For the price and for what it does, just so amazing. I have a video about my favorite Trader Joe skincare products as well that I will link, but if you're looking for a affordable serum, give this one a try. Trader Joe's, huge shout out for them, but I've just really been enjoying their skincare. This one is the one that I use during the day that has SPF 15. It's not oily, very light, very moisturizing. And then I have really been liking their Ultra Hydrating Gel Moisturizer, which people have compared it to a La Mer moisturizer, but I don't know. It's just what the article said. But give these a try. I use this one during the day and then this one at night. And especially in the winter months, I enjoy using a sleeping pack, the serum, eye cream, and like a moisturizer like this, and then I like to top it off with this Innisfree Youth Enrich sleeping mask with Orchid. I put this all over my face. This is going to be thicker than your standard moisturizer, so that's why these are a sleeping pack, but it is just this overnight nourishment for your skin, protects it from the heaters, and wake up feeling like my skin is baby soft. So really been enjoying this, especially when you're feeling really dry. Moving on to some face masks that I'm really enjoying. This one is the Purity Made Simple Pore Extractor by Philosophy. It's a quick mask, so if you just have like 5 minutes, liberally put it on your face, and then it dries really quickly and it kind of pulls out that dirt from your pores. And while you are rinsing it off with warm water, I like to go around in circles with it, and it acts as an exfoliator as well. But I have noticed that has really helped with the blackheads and things like that on my nose, and I really feel like when I'm scrubbing it in, it's exfoliating and my skin feels really nice and clear after I use this. Because it is extracting and it also is an exfoliator, I like to always pair it with a nice hydrating mask afterwards. And like I mentioned in my holiday stocking stuffer video, highly recommend these sheet masks from Pharmacy. It's not like a thin paper mask, and the serum is really great quality. The serum isn't too watery, it's very rich, very hydrating, so highly recommend giving these sheet masks a try if you haven't already. I don't know about you guys, but the lazy girl in me has really been loving micellar water. This is the Garnier Active Micellar Water with rose water and glycerin, all in one hydrating, removes makeup, cleanses, and hydrates. When I remove my makeup, I like to go in with a reusable cotton pad with some micellar water as the last step of cleansing. It just does really well. It goes in, picks up anything my makeup wipe didn't, but just really enjoying this. I've actually been using this in place of a cleanser oftentimes because I'm lazy, but give it a try, and this is a really great cleansing step to add to your routine if you don't use it. But micellar water just works great and makes my skin feel very, very clean and hydrated. Okay, and currently right now I am really enjoying this Trader Joe's lemongrass coconut body oil with almond and jojoba jojoba oils. It's light, gentle, and aromatic, moisturizes the skin without feeling greasy, and it really does. Again, in these winter months, my skin is so dry, and after I get out of the shower, I lather up with this body oil. The oil leaves my skin feeling hydrated but not greasy. And also what I've been liking, so especially in the winter months, if you want a little bit of color added to your skin, this one is completely empty. I have a new one already, but this is a Saint-Tropez Gradual Tan Classic, and it's everyday body lotion. I use the color medium dark, but it adds kind of a natural glow, and it's not like a full-on self-tan or anything, but it's a very hydrating, leaves my skin feeling silky smooth, but adds some color as well. All right, almost done. Just moving on to some of my favorite hair products. After I get out of the shower, I like to put a moisture cream in there so it's easy to brush out my hair and the tangles. So after I get out of the shower, I use probably like a quarter size blob of this Art & Co High Dive. It's a moisture and shine cream. I have been loving. This is my second bottle that I've gone through, but this is the Orbe Power Drops. It's a damage repair booster, and so it comes in a cool little dropper situation like this. When I put a quarter size blobby of this High Dive, I add in a couple drops from this dropper into it. Something about it has just really kept my hair soft and not feeling super damaged, even with all the coloring and the bleaching that we do to my hair. So after I get out of the shower, I just put these two things in and I blow dry, and my hair feels super soft. If you know me, you know I love me some dry shampoos. Again, I have a video on this. This is the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Dry Shampoo. Love this, saves me. I am a head sweater, but I don't like to wash my hair in the morning before work because it just takes too much time. So I just hit it with this, hit it with some heat, and my hair feels super clean. And this is another Art & Co product. This is the Death Valley Dry Shampoo. After I blow dry my hair, after I get out of the shower, I like to put some of this in the root, and it is a very light, not heavy dry shampoo that doesn't leave any white residue, but I feel like it helps keep my hair feeling cleaner with not adding too much extra grit into the hair. And then another Art & Co product, love this. I think this is like my third bottle, but this is a dry shampoo mist. And so on the days that I just have really greasy hair and I know I'm not gonna want to wash it in the morning, I spray this into it at night before bed, and so as it dries, the powders does its work and I wake up with clean hair. Or if you want to spray this in the morning and then hit it with some heat afterwards, a great light dry shampoo that makes your hair feeling really clean. Another Art & Co product, this is a flexible hairspray, and it is exactly that. Holds my curls but makes my hair feel soft and not like there's a bunch of crunchy hairspray in it at all. And how cute is the Art & Co packaging? I just absolutely love it. That was about it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Hopefully you guys like some of these products, but seriously, these products I'm using all the time. Will rebuy. These are my product empties that as soon as I have an empty one, I have a backup. So if you're looking for any sort of these items, I highly recommend you give it a try because these are my most used and most recommended products for 2019. Again, happy holidays. Hope you guys are enjoying the holiday season with all your friends and family and doing a lot of shopping for them and for yourself. Please remember to subscribe to my channel and ring that notification bell so you know when I post my next video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, but I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye!